What answers the call is the hunger. Has it been sated? The story never changes, never shifts as do the stars and the sands. You've done your part, and I must do mine. Know this, so it begins again. Satak was the first serpent. The pearl is the way and the guide, the light to the far shores and back again, placed by Tall Papa's hand. So it begins again. Satak was the first serpent. Satakal eats himself, and the spirits move to the far shores to wait for their next skin. Ruptka became the Tall Papa, and he made the great map with the stars in his hand. When Sep tricked the spirits, he put a star in his pocket. This was the pearl that fell out when Tall Papa squashed Sep with his staff. Sand covered the pearl. Thus it came to Zet, who works the land. When the pearl is uncovered, the time of Sep's hunger will be over. Water from the pearl will run over the skins, and the hungry stomach will at last be full. Know this, the pearl is the way and the guide. It is the light to the far shores and back again, as they are placed by Tall Papa's hand. The only real world is Satakal. You cannot eat the stars. One sound will open the way, and one sound will close it. This is the sound of the worlds, calling something to save them. What answers the call is the hunger. So it begins again. Satak was the first serpent. Satakal eats himself, and the spirits move to the far shores to wait for their next skin.
by the Imperial. Ill met, stranger. You forced our hand.
You won't stop.
feared. The ritual is complete. See how the darkness gathers?
Yes. Whatever Oreneth unleashed here may be even stronger than she. Prepare yourselves.
What in oblivion was that?
Bakarat. Shiris.
I give thanks to.
My son is missing. My wife is wounded, and my son, Tarin, is missing. Why do you test me so, Stendar? We just came here today for some water. The snakes were on us before we knew what was happening. They bit Nisa, and we ran. When we stopped running, we discovered my son, Tarin, missing. Then Stendar has not forgotten us. I have given my wife an antidote, but I cannot leave her side. If you will look for Tarin, though, bless you. I taught him to head for the high ground when in danger, so look for him on the cliffs.
Please, they need... Please, Wayfarer, I need your help. I was hired to guard a caravan out of Bergama, a family moving to Bankarai. I am ashamed to confess it, but I failed to honor the contract. I abandoned them, all of them, down at the oasis. Because of the snakes. I was prepared to defend the caravan from bandits, even dune rippers, but not snakes. Snakes scare the oblivion out of me, they always have. So I fled, and now I lack the courage to go back. Take this antidote. I fear some of them may have been poisoned by the snakes, and now lack the strength to escape. I hope it is not too late.
Satakal eats himself, and the spirits move to the far shores. Shiri? I do not know this name, nor do I know anything about any Onse ward. I know only that Satakal will soon devour himself, devour us all. We must warn them. Or must we? No, it matters not.
It is good to see you again, my friend. Now I understand why Tuwaka bid me to come here to Hunding's watch. If you are to save the Alakir Desert from the Withered Hand, there are things you must learn from the spirits of this place. Yes, many of them. And pilgrims come from all over Hammerfell to honor them, the heroes of our greatest wars. It is usually a quiet affair, but when one such as you arrives, spirits of friend and foe alike awaken to create a portrait of the past. To teach you, if you are to be champion of the Alakir, You must understand the spirit of this desert and its people. Tuwaka says you must walk in the steps of our heroes. Battle the spirits of the enemies they faced. Then you will understand. First, you will face the Nidic peoples. When the Regatta first crashed on these shores, the Needs were first to challenge them. Fight the Nidic soldier spirits, claim their essences, and use them to summon and face their leader, War Chief Hakon. That was the name of our Yokudan ancestors during the exodus from our ancient homeland. After Yokuda sank beneath the waves, they sailed here in search of a new home. Their coming was not peaceful. You see, the term Regatta means warrior wave. The Nidic peoples were the ancient ancestors of our human kin here in Tamriel. Those who dwelled on the Isle of Hern had long struggled to resist the elves prior to the Regatta's arrival. Upon seeing the Yokudan sails, they took up the sword again. They struggled mightily. We honor their bravery. But no, they fell before the Yokudan onslaught like all the others. Yes, my friend, albeit slowly. Not all heed Tuwaka's words as I do. When the withered hand is no more, we will have much to do. All the corpses to be cleaned and dressed. Zet's tears. We will need more throne keepers. Of that I am certain.
You are not welcome here. We will defend our land.
In our fight against the Needs, we saw the raw power of defiance. We came to respect Tamriel and its warriors. You must now battle the giant Goblin King. The Regatta's long road to conquest was paved with thousands of these beasts' corpses. Such things are difficult to imagine, yes. In those times, goblins were mighty beasts, and their cruelty was not tempered by cowardice as it is now. Their filthy strongholds littered the sands of Hammerfell like a pox when the Regatta arrived. Horrible indeed. Our Yokudan ancestors could not tolerate such a blight on their new homeland. They would suffer no rivals, and so one of their mightiest heroes, Frandar Hunding, rallied the swords of the Regatta to slay the beasts. Tuwaka claimed him during one of the bloodiest pain. But his son, Divad, filled with wrath over the slaying of his father, soon rose to take command of the Regatta. He swore to avenge his father, no matter the cost. The Song of Divad tells us that he and his band of sword singers worked their sacred forges and consulted eldritch tomes for many long years to create 5 great swords. With these blessed blades, the Regatta forever vanquished the giant goblins. Well, Tuwaka tells me that you must do battle with the spirits of the long-dead giant goblin king. To what end? I do not know, but only fools doubt Tuwaka's wisdom.